John Wick. Now, this series of reviews is going to encapsulate all three John Wick movies. I'm going to be reviewing them all every single Sunday, and then I'm also going to be reviewing Nobody. And then after I'm done doing that, I'm going to cover all the Evil Dead movies because of Evil Dead Rise coming out. That's why I'm reviewing these movies pretty close, but still pretty far away from John Wick 4's release. I've never seen these movies before, except for the first one. I reviewed it once, and to be honest, that's a terrible review. Here's the truth about that review. I turned it on, and I enjoyed the movie, but I also just was kind of half-hearted paying attention to it, and that's not really good reviews. And I will say, I never do that with movies, but I don't know why John Wick, I let myself do that. And now, watching it again, this is a cool movie. It's not as great as people have told me it is, but that's fine. I think what I enjoy about this movie is it wastes no time with bullshit. Like, this is just a action movie from beginning to end. Like, the first 10-15 minutes, you deal with John Wick dealing with the death of his wife, and then as soon as those dudes, they come in and they beat the shit out of him. From that point forward, action movie. And that's about like 10-15 minutes into the movie. So for after 10-15 minutes into the movie, this is just a straight action movie with constant, incredibly well choreographed action that is so well done and so beautifully shot and put together that it's just awesome to watch throughout this whole movie. It is fantastic. And they've been able to move on to other projects and do that kind of choreography because of how popular these movies are. They did Birds of Prey, which the action, was the best part of that movie. The action was the best part of Nobody, from what I hear. I haven't seen Nobody, but I'm going to watch it at the end of these reviews. And, so I love that aspect of this movie. And then the character of John Wick, it is just not a very complex character, but he's everything you need in a movie like this. Everybody is exactly what they need to be. And what's really great about this movie, too, is how lived in the world feels. This movie, no wonder this is a whole franchise that's got like 4 sequels. Because you watch this movie and there's so much expansion to be had just from this first movie alone. It almost felt like when The Matrix came out. You see The Matrix and you're like, wow, there's this whole world. Except, it's not like, it doesn't have as many interesting sci-fi concepts as The Matrix. That's not the type of movie. But, I mean, you just understand all these different characters, where they come from. There are all these different backstories and intrigues to these characters. You don't know everything about every character, and that's okay. You're interested to know. And, like, that leaves a lot of the characters more complex and interesting than they are even on paper. So it's really fascinating. I think that's really cool. And, yeah, I had a great time watching this movie. I just think that, for me, like, I feel like there's better stupid action movies that I can watch with, like, better, that are a lot more entertaining than this one. I think this one has a great look, vibe, and, style to it, and it's a fun time, but I feel like there's ones I would enjoy more watching than this. And also, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like there's not enough emotional through line in this movie. And it feels like at certain points they're trying with the dog and stuff, but it doesn't really do a great job at making me feel for anything in the movie. I'm just taking this as a fun action movie, and as a fun action movie with a cool world and a cool main character, I enjoyed it. And I'm definitely excited to see the other ones, but I feel like there still is something a little bit missing just for me watching this movie. Still, great time. I enjoyed it. John Wick, if you haven't seen it, check it out.